Shalom, shalom. All right, first and foremost, I'm the brother Kwame Ashala. I got the brother.
Mayakala.
All right, we from GMS Tampa Bay 12, the church out here in Tampa Bay, Florida. And pretty much through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemi Al Shai. First, we want to say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All right, Yahweh Shemi Al Shai, Bashir Chakadash, Barakatam. All right, and double honors to our apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, who were well and taught us his truth through the spirit, Barakatam. And as always, salutations to the Zakwani wa Achim across the four corners of the earth. All right, that teaching this truth in sincerity, faith, and honesty, presented body as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto the Lord. All right, in sincerity. All right, and pretty much through the spirit, me and his brother been breaking some bread. All right, pretty much going in on, salvation. All right, in the kingdom of heaven. All right, and why are we really in this thing, even enduring? Because you pretty much you can max out in the flesh here, man. You can do whatever you want to do. All right, and that's the whole war. To actually fight for spiritual things, all right, the things that are not seen, the things that are hoped for. As a matter of fact, get Ephesians real quick, Ephesians 1, Baba Kasha. Let me know when you get there real quick. Let me see. Real quick through the spirit, because you have to have a certain spirit on you, man, to actually be in this thing, start at verse 12. Point is 13.
Yes, the Ephesians chapter 1 and verse 12. Mm-hmm. That we should be to the praise of his glory, who first trusted in Mashiach,
mm-hmm.
in whom ye also trusted, after that ye heard the word of truth.
That's right, after you heard the word of truth. And that word for trusted is hope in 16:11, because scriptures say faith cometh by hearing. All right, so when we heard these words being preached, all right, we were persuaded, all right, by whoever that this is the truth. All right, and we believed in that very same hour, in that time, that this was the way. So we followed the way, because the scripture said in the book of Isaiah, the prophecy was what? That thou shalt hear a word behind thee saying, this is the way, walk ye in it. All right, so we started to walk in the spirit, because like I said earlier, you can max out in the flesh. But what did King Solomon say? All is vanity. All right, but the things that are spiritual are everlasting. See, so now we're walking in the spirit. We're leveling up to the spirit. We're becoming a man in the spirit, man. All right, so we're going to be gods, all right, on the planet Earth, being able to rule over people, because what? We trusted in the spirit. All right, go ahead.
The gospel of your salvation, in whom also after that ye believed, ye were sealed with the Holy Spirit of promise.
That's the mindset, man. When you believe in this thing, all right, you are sealed with the holy promise, man. All right. We believe in this thing, man. So like I said earlier, that's the mind state that you have to have in this thing. That look, man, it don't matter what the hell we can see, bro. Because at the end of the day, bro, prophecy must be fulfilled. We are sealed with the holy promise. You can go to Isaiah 60. All right. I just wanted to, bring that out, that, bro, it's promised to us, bro. That's why earlier I said through the spirit, when this comes to pass, Lord will come. Because it don't matter what we do, bro. It don't matter what anybody do. It says, lo, it will come. So that means you can't sit there and try to mark that out. Like, damn, it's not going to come. No, it said, lo, it will come. So then shall they know that the prophet was among them, So these things are going to come. So what's going to come? Go ahead.
Yeah. This is Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 10. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls.
Because Isaiah 14 says, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. All right, go ahead.
And their king shall minister unto thee.
And their kings, the elites, going slapping the slavery first at the presence and the brightness of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, raising up his men in that time when he come with the angels, man. All right, go ahead.
For in my wrath I smote thee.
What's the wrath of the Lord? Slavery, man. The cup. We wringed out the dregs thereof. Go ahead.
But in my favor have I had mercy on thee.
That's right. In my favor have I had mercy on thee. And that comes by being sealed with the holy promise. That comes with hearing his word and knowing that it is his truth. That's why Yahweh Shai said in St. John 17:17, sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. And who is the word? The word was made flesh, Yahweh Shai. That's why John 14 says, what? I am the way, the truth, and the life. We are sanctified through Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? making us holy and acceptable, because he was that holy and acceptable sacrifice. That's why Scripture say present your body as a living sacrifice, because he's living in us. You know? So in his favor will he have mercy on us by giving us this word so that we can repent. Because when the Lord came on the scene, what did he say? Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Turn back, all right, and become a new man, all right? Be reborn, and then you start growing in the spirit. That's why he had disciples, okay, that later on became apostles, because they had to start over, man, and then be sent out, man. They had to be disciplined, because Wisdom of Solomon, the 3rd chapter, tell you wisdom, all right, the beginning of her love is to be the care of discipline. You understand? When you care to be disciplined in this doctrine, all right, then you get on a certain level because you level up in the spirit. You go through certain things, experience and whatnot, and then what? You become a more spiritual individual, man. And you start walking that walk, okay? All the way into what? Being that God, because we're walking the path of a God, man. We're walking the path of a ruler on the planet Earth. Living legends, living powers, man. Aliyam, okay, the beginning, all right? We were with the Lord, man, and you have to have a certain mind state. That's why, matter of fact, get it one more time. Ephesians 1 and 13, Baba Kasha, because it said seal. Did not the scripture say in Revelation 7, hurt not the earth till we have sealed the servants of our Father? In Ezekiel 9, it says they have the mark of redemption, right? So let's go ahead and read that one more time.
Okay. This is Ephesians chapter 1, verse 13. In whom ye also trusted, after that ye heard the word of truth, the gospel of your salvation. In whom also, after that ye believed, ye were sealed with the Holy Spirit of promise.
After you believed, you were sealed with the holy promise, man. Sacred promise. Now, go on the etymology of that word promise, Baba Kasha, real quick.
Okay.
Real quick. All right, because the Lord is a holy. Hey, the Lord is a man of his word, man. All right.
Hold on. Yeah, I'll just play it.
Okay.
Strong's G 4151. Numa.
Khan.
And it says the Strong's definition. Let me just read. Let me see. The third person of the Truing God, the Holy Spirit. I'm not sure which one. Which?
Khan, just go ahead. You just read.
Khan. Spirit co-equal, co-eternal with the Father and His Son.
So what is that? That's the comfort. The promise is what? The scriptures.
Okay.
That's what it's the Father and the Son, right?
Yeah.
Do not the scripture say, I will send you a comforter?
Okay.
So what is that? So what is the promise that what? You gave your life for this word, so the Lord promised that he would not leave you, nor leave you comfortless, man. You know, so you see how beautiful that is, bro? It's beautiful.
A life-giving spirit.
God, man, that's beautiful, man. Come on, hey, that's the scriptures, man. This is life-giving, man. And this is a comforter. It's not an actual person. The Bible is a living organism. You know? Hey, the word of the Lord is being fulfilled every day. With you or without you. You know, either you with it or you not. You know? Go ahead. That's why I said the co-person. This is the spirit. It's the comforter, man. The scriptures, man. You know? And that's us being sealed with that promise. All right? That's us being written in the book of life.
Oh, see, Slakia, I pressed the wrong.
Hey, that's the spirit. We still, hey,
It's still.
hey, we in the spirit, baby.
Yeah.
You know?
Slakia.
Can't do nothing against it too before it.
Here it is.
It's all good.
Strong's G 1860. Epangelia.
Pagalia.
Yeah, this is it.
Okay.
Announcement. Promise. The act of promising. A promise given or to be given.
Yeah, and what was that, man? What did the Lord say he would give us in Jeremiah 31? The new covenant.
Yeah.
All right? In the land of their captivities, in Baruch, it says what? They shall remember themselves. Remember that what? We are the people of the promise. That's why in the book of Romans, it says what? We are the children of Israel. We are being the children of the promises, all right, the mercies, the covenant, and so forth and so on. All right? So we were sealed when we believed. Okay, and that's why the scriptures say fight the good fight of faith, because you got to keep fighting daily to actually believing that this is the truth. Okay?
Yeah, it says a promised good or blessing. So yeah, that was it though.
Kind of promise good, a blessing. We blessed, man, to actually have faith that this is gonna come to pass. That we gonna have that kings in chains, man. All right, that we're gonna have noble men in fetters of iron, man. That we're gonna be ruling the planet Earth in righteousness. All right, it takes faith, and it don't matter how old you are in the flesh, because the spirit. All right, the spirit is old, man. You know, so the Lord put certain men out here on the planet Earth to be hot in the spirit. All right, that will be hot for this word. As it is written, be ye cold or hot, because if you lukewarm, I'm going to spit you out my mouth. So the Lord got us hot for this word, and we in a time of this fulfilling. Go ahead.
That was the point.
Kind, you go back to Isaiah 60. Read a few more, you know. I'm going to make it too long.
Yeah, you know. You want to read 10 again?
Yeah, Con. No.
Go to 11.
Yeah, Con.
All right, this is Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore thy gates shall be open continually.
Con, that's the blessing. Going back to the promise. Look, because you believed in me, guess what? All right, I'm going to put a new spirit in you, the new covenant, all right, a fleshly heart. Okay, and guess what? You're going to have great men coming to you, bowing to you, and your gates is going to be open continually. All right, I'm going to have you on rulership. I'm going to have you on power. All right, I'm going to have you in power. Why? Because Revelations, the 2nd chapter says, he that overcometh will I grant, all right, to sit with me, all right, as I have sit in my Father's throne, roughly to say, all right, and keepeth the works unto the end, all right, to him will I give power over the nations. That's it, man. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron. You know?
Yeah, that's what it says in Matthew the 5th chapter. You know, rejoice and be exceeding glad. You know, for our great is our reward in
heaven. That's right.
You know, like how could you pass this deal up? Like,
you're
about to be a ruler over the nations.
Yeah.
You know, about to be literally on top of the world.
Yeah.
You know, being a joint heir in an everlasting kingdom, not a kingdom that's gonna rule for a point of time. A kingdom that's gonna be forever. Where you're never gonna have to lose your authority.
Man, you want to get that real quick? Let's get that. Go to Daniel 7:27, baby. You know, No, bro, it's so beautiful because people actually put this word off. Yeah. But that's why we live in a so carnal society where you got to fight so hard to be so spiritual, man. Yeah. You know, because everything around you is carnal. It's just vanity. So you got to fight 10 times harder because you dying by the air you breathing. You dying by the food you eating. You dying by the water you drinking. You dying by the spirits around you. People energy is killing you. So you just got to keep that faith by being sealed with the holy promise, which the word promise meant to be what? Announce a blessing, right? Of what? Of the things that are, and that was in the New Testament. So it was the things that are written aforetime, which was what? I would raise up thou shalt be a kingdom of nation, that shall be a nation of kings and priests. Exodus the 19th chapter. You see? Around the 5th verse, which was reiterated in Revelations the 5th chapter. Which only Yahweh Shai could open up the book and loosen the seals thereof so that we can understand that the prophecies of old are being fulfilled. You know, that we are the temple, you know, that through much tribulation shall we suffer. You know, that we're going to be ruling over who? Over our enemies. Those that have done unto us, it shall be done unto them double. So that we can understand the precepts, man. All right. And like you said, you know, are we going to be ruling forever? Ain't going to be no more thrones over this.
That's why it's called a light affliction, you know, because right now in the moment, you know, if you just think about the moment, you know, it's going to suck. You're going to get bitter, you know, and you're going to get brought down and, you know, you're going to let that bitterness take root in you and take you out the fold, you know, because you're not putting your mind on what you're really working for. You know, we're working for a reward. We're working for a prize. We're not going to get it on this side. You know, that's why we have to suffer because, you know, out of a blessing, you have to suffer. You know, how are you going to receive something if you don't work for it? You know, how are you going to appreciate something if you don't have to go through something for it? So literally, the men that the Most High is going to give this dominion to, you know, they're going to have this forever. So what more does, you know, the 100
more to suffer,
bro? The 144,000, they are sealed. The only thing is that they don't know that they're 144,000. The Most High knows that they're going to receive these things. That's why He can say that you're going to receive this thing. This thing is the reward is great for you in heaven. I have prepared a place for you. You know, because He knows.
Yeah, you know.
But we don't know. That's the point.
Fight,
That's why He knows. That's why He puts certain hells on brothers, because He knows this dude is going to make it. So it don't matter what the hell you throw at him, he going to make it. Job, when Satan went to go tempt him, Job, he didn't sin with his lips. He didn't lose his integrity.
That's right.
You know, because he is one of those men.
He was sealed with the
He's
holy
not
promise.
going nowhere. So it don't matter what you
Yeah.
do to this dude,
He's still gonna be
gonna receive his blessings.
That's your power, your power.
But the thing is, they don't know.
No.
In
Right.
the spirit,
Kind.
they've been told,
Kind.
but here in this
Flesh.
flesh, we don't know. And that's
Exactly.
the battle, bro.
And if I may back you up, nasty, bro, because you said something so beautiful. Did not the Most High tell Daniel that he shall stand in his light
In the last
and
days.
didn't he tell Jeremiah that thou shalt discontinue from thy heritage? Hey, but did not the Most High Yahweh Shai tell John the Revelator that thou shalt prophesy again?
Yeah.
so
it's like, come
come on, hey, now we got to get that Malachi 3 because you just sparked something, through the spirit of who those men. How would you know the two servants of Yahweh Shai? Malachi 3 and 18, I believe. Because this how you know. People be like, damn, all these camps, these Hebrew Israelites camp, damn, who got the truth? Like, damn, like, who? I mean, why are y'all all separated if there's just one truth?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is Malachi chapter 3 and verse 18. Then shall ye return.
Then shall ye return. What? The spirit back in the flesh.
Yeah.
You understand? Back reincarnation.
Yeah.
Okay? Because a precept above said the book was written before him for them that feared him.
Yeah.
So then shall you return and read this book. All right? Go ahead.
And discern between the righteous
And discern between the righteous. Okay, go ahead.
and the wicked. Between him that serveth the Most High, him that serveth him
Him
not.
that serveth the Most High, and the man of the Lord will realize that great millstone is the house of the truth, and follow the elders. Even if they was in great millstone and left and did their own thing like DTA and Men of Valor, they will understand that this is the truth. And constantly by the spirit of power, Yahweh Shai, give double honors to their apostles, all right, and a charity amongst the brotherhood, and live the best of their ability according to the promises, according to the scriptures.
I got a precept.
Go ahead. He's taking off.
To back you up. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 14 and verse 35. For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again.
John, that's right. Hey, after death, go ahead. You speak on that, brother. Go ahead.
This is
That's cold.
2nd Esdras chapter 14 verse 35. For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again.
Woo.
And then shall the names of the righteous be manifest,
Woo.
and the works of the ungodly shall be declared.
Woo.
So the separator, it's not one to say I'm righteous. It's your actions. Okay, what is separating these what they say the men
Works.
from the boys. Okay,
Yeah.
it's the faith and the works. Okay,
Yeah.
the men of the Lord, they're doers. Okay, they're not just hearers. Okay, they're really about this. Okay, you can tell by the leaders that we have before us, and we're following after our lead. But the discerner is the spirit.
That's right.
Okay, and that's a gift that the world cannot receive.
That's right.
The spirit
right.
of truth, which the world cannot receive.
That's right.
Okay, we've been called out of the world. Okay, it's a calling. But it says many are called, but few are chosen. But that's why Scripture say, "Then shall they know who are my chosen." That's why he just quoted in Ezekiel.
Okay.
Then shall they know who a prophet have been
Among them.
Among them.
That's right.
All right.
Because of the spirit. You right.
And the greatest test is coming upon the face of the earth.
Okay.
And that's going to
Separate.
really show that separation. Them that serve the Most High and them that serve
him
not.
That's right.
Because the ungodly are going to be punished. You're going to see a lot of ungodliness laying out in the streets. A lot of wickedness is going to be manifest in the streets. All right, and then is this going to be a small sanctuary, like the Scripture say, that the Most High have left out, for what?
Salvation.
So those are the ones that are going to receive salvation.
That's right. That's
that
right.
light.
That's right.
That those chambers, that
That's
safe,
right.
that safe zone.
Yep. Come up hither, baby. Because we was in the spirit. That's right. And that's what they were going to be separated.
And and officially, that separation is going to be when those who get beamed up and those who don't get beamed up.
Come. One shall be in the field. One shall be two shall be in the field. One shall be taken. One shall be left. That's right.
So that's what's happening right now. The right now is the build up, but the ultimate test, the hour of temptation. That is that final like you got the FCAT here in Florida. The written test. Okay, you have that final examination. So that's what we're heading into, and the ones who are to receive the first fruits, they're gonna make it. and it's just point blank. You know, the ones who are going to make it, they're going to make it. All right, that's why we don't know. That's why we say Lord's will. That's why we're doing the things that please the Most High, so we can be accepted of Him. Because those ones who make it, bro, they're gonna be straight.
Yeah.
And that's what we trying to be.
Yeah.
We trying to be on the straight side.
Yeah,
we don't want to deal with all the other shit.
Nah, hell no.
We'll go through our little shit now. You know, when we count the latter end, we know what's coming to this place. That's why we can measure our mind like, man, I got sick a little bit, I got this. But is it really as bad as getting shot up or catching some type of weird disease?
Yeah.
You know, you got a growing arm and shit.
Yeah.
You know, do you want that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, you want a humiliating type of death, some wild shit. You get hit by a car, flip 7 ways like a pizza. You don't want that.
Yeah.
You know, you want Job the 5th chapter.
That's right.
Six
troubles
and
yeah,
7 no evil shall come. So we want, you know, that's because again,
that's hope.
The latter end, you know, the other stuff that comes, you know, we're reading about being rulers, and that's beautiful, but we ain't never have shit, bro. We just want to make it, bro.
Yeah,
you know, we'll be okay if we just make it, bro.
Yeah,
and the other stuff.
What King David say? If I would just be this.
It's like, how dare us ask this kind of, bro? We got shit, bro. We read about these beautiful blessings. It's like so unworthy sometimes.
Worthy, bro.
It's like, oh man,
bro.
It's like, I just want to make it, Lord. It's like, damn, you know.
Like you blessing me like this, like
crazy.
I was a nigga my whole life. Nah.
Are you talking to the right person?
Yeah, kind. Yeah,
it's like,
kind.
bro,
Yeah.
the Most High is so like. It says in Isaiah 14th chapter, for the Most High shall have mercy upon Jacob.
Matter of fact, let's go ahead and close out on that.
Yeah, we can close. That's perfect.
Yeah, go ahead and close out on that.
All right. This is
you know, and did it mean the whole body? I'm sorry. Did it mean Jacob as in the whole? Yes, but chiefly it's talking about the elect. You know, when that's why it says that was the form of all things.
Yeah.
You know, a world within a world. The world.
Levels.
Yeah, man. So the elect was always that's why the Lord. I went into this last night. You know, I did a video on the word remnant, which means to remain. When really, when you go into the word remain, or it means to be left behind or to be separated, man. Are we not separated and left as a grape of the cluster, or the cluster of the grape, or the cluster of the vineyard? The Lord has a remnant of spirits, yes, a choice vine that He have likened to a comely and delicate woman to Himself. All right, that shall be adorned as a wife for her husband in that time. That's why Apostle Paul said, "I have likened, have thee as a chaste virgin." You know, chaste meaning what? You had to we had to go through the straight gate, man. Difficulties, you know, to be purified. That's why we go through certain elements, go through certain sicknesses, because the Lord said, "What He would not give you nothing that you can't bear." All right, but whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. You see. Because what Malachi said, I will bear the indignation of the Lord. I'm sorry, Micah 7. Yeah. So I will bear the indignation of the Lord. What is that? In my wrath have I smote thee. So we all individually have a smoke, a smite on us. A belt. A lash. Like you got to bear it. And in the time of it being healed is when Yahweh Shai going to come with healing in His wings, man. You know, to be changed. We just got to endure that punishment. Just go stand in that corner.
Yeah.
Take that ass with me, you know, which is being in this chains of darkness. You know, just want to back you up.
Okay. This is Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. Because that's the blessing, that's the promise. All right, the Most High has always chosen who He has chosen. Has it changed? Has the Most High forsaken His people? No, the Most High has never forsaken His people. You know, it's just He has us going through punishment. Like He's always been putting us in captivity because we've been rebellious against Him. All right, and this captivity we're in now is no different. Okay, but the Most High at the end of that captivity, He what? He has a great deliverance. All right.
Okay.
Continuing, and the strangers shall be joined with them.
Hey, we were just going in on that, but that stranger there is talking about us. That's talking about foreigners. Foreigners.
Yeah.
All right, but that's beautiful too because we're gonna be joined with the whole body, man. The whole body is just gonna be perfectly put together. All right, you know, you got certain brothers that look like Chinese, man.
Yeah.
You know, man, we gonna all be we gonna all look how we supposed to be, man. You know, All right, and that's a beautiful thing, man. To know that you suffered, you know, being called a spick your whole life, a nigga your whole life. You know what I mean? Like white, you know, and you like, man, look, bro, I'm in the spirit, you know. We're gonna be joined together, man. Go ahead.
Okay.
We're gonna close out on I think the next one coming up too.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's two.
Okay.
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob,
Mm-hmm.
and the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
Mm-hmm.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord Yahweh for servants and handmaids.
For servants, did we not read that in Isaiah 60? The Spirit just brought it all the way back. Isaiah 60 and 10 said what? Strangers shall build up thy walls.
Yeah.
Thy gates shall be open continually. Why? Because Psalms 149 said what? This is the blessing. All right. This is the to bind their kings. Yeah. Hey, what's that in Revelations? Here's the patience and the faith of the saints.
Okay.
To have patience is to suffer through this ministry and to have the faith and belief that Yahweh Shai will redeem us, man. Patience in the faith of the saints, man. To be saint, you got to be sanctified. The word sanctified comes from the word sacred, man, which means to be separated. Okay? When you sanctify something, you separate it. Okay? So we have been separated. That's why in Galatians 6:16 it says we are the Israel of God, man. You know? All right? Separated. You got something?
No, I was thinking of a precept.
Okay.
It's in Psalms 18
Okay.
chapter. It says, "Thou hast made me head of the heathen. A people whom I have not known shall serve me."
Woo!
You know, that rulership mentality.
Kind, baby,
You know,
kind.
we're about
Ask of me, and I shall give you the heathen for thine inheritance. Sorry. Kind.
Damn.
Kind. Hey.
Yeah, we'll finish up this precept.
Kind.
This is I'll start at the top again. It's Isaiah 14 and verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord Yahweh Shai for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
Whose captives they were. Jeremiah 30 and 16. All right, all day. Revelations. The scriptures say in the book of Numbers, there's so many precepts, man, that go on blood defileth the land, and it cannot be cleansed by the blood of him it can only be cleansed by the blood of him that sheddeth it, man. That's why the scriptures say what? He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, man. Okay? That's why the scriptures say in Revelation 18, reward her double. Because when our affliction had an end, what? This man still pursued us with the sword till this day, when he's coming down with great wrath. You see? Go ahead.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
Rule over their oppressors. That's the beginning of it that followeth. That's the whole significance of the hill of Esau being hewn down by the hand of Jacob. Because he came out first, but what? He got to rule. He's getting ready to rule over his brother, man. Yeah. What the scriptures say, the prophecy was what? The older shall serve the younger. You know? Go ahead.
Okay. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow.
Yeah, rest from thy sorrow. And there shall be no more death, nor pain, neither shall there be any more crying. All right, for the former things have passed away. That's Revelation's 21st chapter. All right, starting from the top. No more sorrow, no more captivities after this. All right?
No more Jake being wicked.
Yeah, bro. Just being a fucking nigga, bro. Just going off. Here it is. We got the truth and we still be going off. I hate that shit, bro. Just being in this flesh. No more being mortal. Taking off this mortal clothing, you know? Go ahead.
And from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve.
That's right. That's right. Going back to the prophecies, man. It was prophesied that in the land of our captivities, all right, we shall serve a hard bondage, and then we will remember ourselves. Yeah. And that's backed up in Revelations 11 chapter. It says, in their dead bodies that lie in the streets, all right, with spirits called Sodom and Egypt. But when they stood up upon their feet, great fear fell upon them that saw them, man. So the fear of these nations are standing up, are coming up against us because they know that we are waking up out of that valley of dry bones. Yeah. See? You know? So, anything?
Nah, that's it, man. Like it says, praise and fame in the land which where thou hast been put to shame. You know, Jake going all crazy over a chicken sandwich. You got, strippers talking to congressmen. All right? It's shameful for our people, the state that we're in. But never again, like it says in Hosea 1 and 10, in the land where it said, "You're not my,
My
people.
people.
There shall be said, you are the children of the Most High."
That's right,
So,
brother. That's right.
hey, that's exactly what is getting
What's
ready to
going
happen.
on?
All our people are getting ready to be righteous,
Yep.
and we don't gotta never worry about this shit ever again.
Kind. Hey, it shall be chased away as a bad dream.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, we're going to wake up from this nightmare. It's a nightmare being under the hands of all those that oppressed us, man. Is Jacob a homeborn slave? You know, why is he spoiled? You're right, Akia, man. Hey, man, just do the spirit. You know, just backing you up. Close out, man.
Come, hey, but Lord's one is edifying, and as always, want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. Again, want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone.
Khan.
We want to say peace
Double honors.
and blessing to the whole elect of Israel.
Khan.
All right, brother.
Shalom, Akim.